Hey guys, Risque here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So last we left off, this game was something else. Okay, so, wait. So yeah, we need to contradict this, because you're a fucking liar. I call bull to the shit. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example. That's that blue badger you showed us earlier. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? Do your ears work, old man? Goddamn. You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? Huh. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery. Who, me? Or do you mean you? Okay. Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto? However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy, not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. I'm gonna punch this guy in the face. This game needs to be over soon, because I don't like this guy. If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office, and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My, kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. I mean, bro, I don't know why you're complaining. You're not the one who has to sit through 10,000 fucking testimonies. Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. I'm not going to play a fucking guessing game. Okay, so, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You should be more careful to suck a dick. How about that? Your Honor? Jesus, excuse me, I took a hit. You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Shut the fuck up. I hate this guy. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief. Would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Alright, Edgy. In return, though. I know. That place, right? Why are these guys telepathic? Shut up. Not in the mood to deal with your bullshit. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, we're not presenting, we're pressing. Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there's one large benefit you've reaped from all this. Oh? I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. Oh. The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Oh, that's a good one. Do you really think I'm that incompetent? Yes. What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway. That would have been nice to know beforehand. Be careful when pointing that finger, you might wind up being the one pointed at. Oh, I'll point a fucking finger, you dickhead. So that means There's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Edgy, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? Why the fuck not? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. I call bullshit. Nothing in it for you? Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. I hate this guy so much. I think I actually hate him the most out of everybody. Everybody that I've hated in this game, I think he takes the top spot. Impressive. Very impressive. Oh, that's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? We're gonna point out an accomplice. And then... Sure, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. I know, I'm such an asshole. That's not what I mean. Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence? This bitch. Lock her up. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye, the defendant? I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Skye fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would have also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed Chief Prosecutor at the Prosecutor's Office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all this? He would be able to use the Chief Prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the Chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? I can't. It's just like, it's not funny anymore. It hasn't been funny for a while. Just, I can't with the stupidity. I can't. Oh, wait. You must mean puppet is in someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind. Yeah, no fucking shit, you dumbass. I hate him. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as Chief Prosecutor so you could control her. Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana, she's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. No shit, that's why we're doing all of this in the first place. That's why this entire case is happening. No shit. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. How much longer is this shit? Oh my god. We still have more of this like court session to go, and then we have another recess, and then we have another court session. It's like it will never end. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. Chief Prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Worthy, you better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? 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 Wow, I don't think I've ever seen the judge lose it like that. Order, 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 I said order. Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. Huh? This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. That's impossible. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. You got it, Edgeworth. Let's end this shit. For once and for all. Jesus. Looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then, let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the... I just want to see you show evidence tying Chief Gant to the murder. ID card record. Can do. He was in the evidence room, like an asshole. This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 7777777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. Yes, I can, because it was the password to your safe, you dumb fuck. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... Do I need to get the crayons out to help him get it? How did this man become a judge? How? I know it's the last case, so it's wacky, but I'm over the wackiness. They went too damn far. I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777. Same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you went to the evidence room on the day of the crime. Order, order. Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. It doesn't fucking matter. And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? What about it? I'm Chief of Police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me. It's just like, at the very least, we can't see he's drunk with power and needs to be removed. Whether he did all this shit or not. Like, yikes. When you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. If you'd shut the fuck up, I'd do that. Never met a bald man that didn't fucking deserve it. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? Which, that was a joke. I love my baldies, don't get me wrong. In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm gonna have to ask you for evidence. I can't read. I'm high. obviously, it's Goodman's lost item report. Can only be submitted to the chief of police for it happened on that day. Proof. Shut the fuck up. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh. How could you forget that the evidence was being transferred that day? We've said it like 10 trillion bajillion times. Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room and you fucking killed him. I accompanied him? There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on. Let me guess what you're gonna say next. Let me lay out exactly what I did, but pretend that I didn't so that I look innocent. You're a fucking moron. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman. Exactly. But wait. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done... Okay, that cut off before I could read it. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet, you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on the body. Oh. Jesus Christ. Bro almost went into his ultimate form. Chief Gant, you didn't. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lon at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. I can 100,000% see you doing that. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. Okay, we got a couple options. I'm going with this. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. A parking stub? Miles Edgeworth. You mean... The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. You mean I carried the victim's body? I mean, you didn't know. It's not your fault. Precisely so. But wait, even you know. I didn't plan on returning to my office after the ceremony finished that day. But you did return. Tell me why. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. So you see, what you were really taking to the prosecutor's office wasn't the screwdriver, but the victim's body in your trunk. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. You're getting it. Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Order. What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Miss Stark took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. I believe your time's up. My time's up? Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're going to make it in time for the early bird special. I don't care if you're the fucking chief of police. I don't think you really get to do that. Like, what? But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? The police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Is that a threat? That feels like a threat. Judge, he threatened me. Arrest him. Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're gonna just run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. Nobody's laughing. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, do you think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. David Gant is the current chief of police. Like, in what way did we need to hear that again? How many times alone in this episode have we referred to him as the chief of police? We get it. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor, do you have any concrete proof? We're gonna find out in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share this with your friends, hit the bell so you don't miss an upload, and I'll see you guys next time.